Hey everyone, I'm Gary Elysiums. Welcome to another one of my newest CD purchases video. I wasn't going to do this video since I didn't feel like I had that large of a stack, but since I'm getting ready to put it away and it's late at night, I figured why not? I'll make the video. So first off, if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, support my channel, and get updates every time I post a video. Just a small stack here. Some of these actually don't belong in there. I'm gonna take them out real quick. So as you can see here, there's some CDs, and I know I always say this is my newest CD pickups, but I also have a couple DVDs and a couple cassettes to show, because why not? Gonna get right into it. This one is from the Neil Young official bootleg series. I remember seeing this everywhere, basically in all the used record stores growing up on vinyl, and I like how they, reproduce this, the ringware and everything on the CD. I think it's really cool. This one's called Happy Y'all Came Down, Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, 1971. So this is an all acoustic set, 15 tracks on here. It actually sounds really good. Much better than the vinyl copies, I'm sure. Never picked one up because they were always like super expensive and they looked like not good quality, so I never picked it up. So yeah, anyway, 15 tracks, stuff from his debut album, stuff with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young is on here, some stuff from Harvest, which hasn't even been released yet until the next year, 72, and obviously stuff from After the Gold Rush, and everybody knows This Is Nowhere. Here we got the Stones, Some Girls, live in Texas, 78. Really good CD. Have this on DVD, so I'm glad to actually have it on CD. 17 tracks, Stones at their peak. I mean, they're just really, really good in here. I guess the Stones had a lot of peaks, but this one, just amazing. Really cool artwork there. As you can see, it has the concert print. Then I got Dokken, Erase the Slate, one of the later, well, 1999, but later Dokken releases, not one of their classic releases from the 80s. And George Lynch is not on this CD. It's actually Red Beach on guitar. It's okay. It's an okay album. Obviously I need it for my collection, so that's the main reason I bought it. And speaking of great albums, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. Depeche Mode, Violator. I actually own the CD, I own the cassette, I own the vinyl. This is the remastered CD. I had to pick it up. I mean, I just love this album. It just sounds great, and the remastered makes it sound so much better. For those of you who have not heard this for some reason, go out and check it out. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. And then here we have Duff McKagan's Loaded with The Taking. Never actually remember seeing this record before. From 2011, I remember the debut. Duff McKagan, obviously from Guns N' Roses. He was also in Velvet Revolver. He was the bass player, but he's a great singer. He is a songwriter. He wrote some songs on GNR Lies. I believe Patience. He came up with that one. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did. Sings a couple songs on Spaghetti Incident. Huge punk influence. Haven't listened to this yet, so I'm interested in checking it out, see how it is. And we have Rat. This is their self-titled album. I believe it's from 99 also. Yep, 1999. Not their strongest album. Artwork isn't that great. It's just simply called Rat. I mean, you could tell it's definitely late 90s. I mean, these guys look like, I don't know, Collective Soul or something from the late 90s. But again, needed it for my collection, and it's kind of a rare one to come by, so glad to find that. Another one from Depeche Mode. This is Black Celebration. This one's great. Really cool goth wave album. Again, I do own this on CD, on vinyl. I don't think I had this on cassette, but this is the remastered edition on CD, so I had to get this because it just sounds awesome. The opening track, self-titled track, is great. A Question of Lust is amazing. Stripped, such a cool song. And then this one's kind of nostalgic. This is Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. I'm not really a Linkin Park fan, but I do like a lot of songs off this album, Hybrid Theory. Like, ever since it came out, I could do without ever hearing One Step Closer, Crawling or In the End Ever Again, but stuff like Paper Cut, With You, Pushing Me Away, some cool stuff there. So it's remastered, haven't thrown this on yet to see how it sounds. Second disc is basically just B-side rarities, but there's a lot of live stuff on there which stood out to me, like Paper Cut, live from BBC, Place for My Head, and then there's a Marilyn Manson remix I just saw by myself. Interesting. It says High Voltage on here. I don't think it would be the AC/DC song, but you never know. Another one from Doc and Long Way Home. Again, George Lynch is not on this. I forgot the name of the guitarist on this one. John Norum. And this also has, said Jeff Pilson, Barry Sparks on bass. Not familiar with Barry Sparks. Of course, Don Dockett and Mick Brown on drums. I like the CD. I like the artwork on the CD. I think it's pretty cool. I remember seeing this advertised in Hit Parader magazine, Circus magazine, Metal Edge, excuse me, when they came out. But at that time, no one really wanted to listen to Dockett anymore. So yeah, I finally own this 20 years later. 2002 was released. I actually thought it was released earlier than that. Next up, this is Tom Petty, An American Treasure. This is cool. This is a 2-disc set. There was a hype sticker on here. It said Ultimate Tom Petty Collection. Yes and no, because it's a lot of unreleased stuff, a lot of live stuff. There is a couple tracks on here, studio tracks from the album, such as, Rockin' Around With You is on here. I believe there's another one. Something Good Will Come, Accused of Love. But everything else, like there's alternate versions of Louisiana Rain, Listen to My Heart Live, Straight to Darkness, an alternate version. So yeah, some cool stuff there throughout his entire career. I actually had this when I was growing up, 2000, so no, basically when I was a teenager. This was awesome. However, I did not ever own the case for it. I only owned the single discs, and I made myself a case, so I'm glad to finally own it, because I do have them 2 CDs somewhere without a case. Yeah, 2-disc set. This, to me, is probably the ultimate greatest hits, or hits collection, best of Tom Petty collection. I think it's better than greatest hits because it has so many songs on here. 34 songs altogether, everything from Breakdown up until Surrender. It goes all through his career, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and Tom Petty's solo career. This is the deluxe edition of Bob Dylan, the 30th anniversary concert celebration. See here, it's got the regular jewel case. I guess it's I don't want to call it a slimline jewel case, but I don't really know what these cases are called. I know that the fat boxes is what this originally came in, which are just unnecessary to take up so much space. And by the way, I went through all my CDs, and anything that was in a thick black box that I can convert into a jewel case, 2 CD jewel case like this, I did that, and I saved a lot of space. Like, I saved over a full shelf, probably. Yeah, over a full shelf, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, this is just a remastered version of the 30th anniversary collection, or concert, excuse me. Only 2 bonus tracks on here. It's just a rehearsal of Eric Clapton doing Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. Sorry about that. Ooh, maybe mess up the camera. And bonus track of Sinead O'Connor, which I really don't like, doing I Believe in You. Not a fan of Sinead O'Connor, never was. But there's some cool stuff on here. I think the standout track on here is Eddie Vedder and Mike McCready doing Masters of War, because at the time this came out in '93, Pearl Jam were basically a brand new, fresh band out there, and they were the newest band, so people weren't really that familiar with them yet, and I feel like they had the blow-away performance, and Pearl Jam would recover that many times later in their career, especially on all the live stuff. Another one is the last one I needed to complete my bootleg series for now. This is volume 14, More Blood, More Tracks by Bob Dylan. This is basically blood on the tracks, just alternate versions, and it also features an extra song in here called Up to Me, so 11 tracks total as opposed to the 10 tracks on Blood on the Tracks. This is just a single disc edition. I know there was a box set with I believe I want to say 6 CDs or something in there. Don't think I really needed that. A little different than the other bootleg series. Doesn't come with the thick book. I mean, there is a decent book in there, as you can see, with liner notes, photos, all that, but it doesn't come in that slipcase or with the book and all that, like the other 14 of them come in. But how many is there now? I believe we're up to like 16 or 17. Anyway, next up, The Doors, the singles. This one was cool because the first disc, 26 tracks, basically everything they did from the debut album with Jim Morrison up into LA Woman. Disc 2 is really unique because it features a lot of stuff from Full Circle and other voices, the 2 albums the Doors did after Jim Morrison passed away. And also there's some live stuff on here, stuff from American Prayer, and then some bonus tracks which were never ever released before. They're just mono radio versions of Hello, I Love You, Touch Me, Wishful, Sinful, and Tell the People. No booklet in here, but some pretty cool pictures of all the 45s that the Doors released as singles. And then, next up, this one I wasn't familiar with at all. It's just straight up hardcore death metal. Exulcerate, Remnants of a Cannibalistic Debauchery. It was $1. I saw the cover and I was like, interesting. I gotta pick it up. Released in 2005. Yeah, I listened to this. Really brutal stuff. Pretty cool. Another one, Rat with Collage. Okay, it's released in 97. Again, Rat was basically unheard of in 97. That was the peak of alternative rock. I like this album though. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's good stuff. I guess not the greatest album cover, but if you really look at it, the colors are pretty cool, and there's basically a collage of all different pictures of the band. And last one I have here, the CDs. Guilty Pleasure by Quiet Riot features their probably their most well-known lineup of Kevin DuBrow, Carlos Cavallo, Frankie Banali, and Rudy Sarzo. So yeah, the guys got back together. And again, this is 2001. No one paid attention to Quiet Riot. This is a decent album. I really like this. I know this has some bad reviews, but I listen to it. I think it's pretty good. I grabbed it just because of the rarity of it. And again, I like Quiet Riot and need to complete my collection. Yeah, so all over it, a solid album in my opinion. And this is very hard to find. It's pretty rare. So I'm glad to finally have this. Oh, let me show the DVDs I got real quick. I got, Blu-ray, Soundgarden, live from the Artist Den. This was released in, I have this on CD. This was released in 2019. I know this is a little newer. Unfortunately, it was after the passing of Chris Cornell. One of the last shows they played. Really long set list on here, which is pretty cool. Spans their entire career. Everything from Ultra Mega OK up until their last album, King Animal. So really cool stuff here. In my opinion, Chris's voice on the CD, Chris's voice doesn't sound as great as it did in the late 80s, early 90s, but the guy got older. I mean, talking almost 30 years later. This one's an interesting one I picked up. Basically don't own anything by them, and this was super, super cheap, so I said, why not? Let's try it out. Guar, Scumdogs 30 live. I know Scumdogs is one of their albums, I believe. So yeah, let's, like it says, live. So this is a CD inside of the live concert, a live Blu-ray, and also a live DVD. So you got both there, Blu-ray, DVD. I have both, so I'll probably never throw the DVD on because I'll just watch the Blu-ray. It's going to sound better, look better. And there you see the CD. I just think it's weird that a lot of these movies, concert movies, action movies, are sold now in a Blu-ray DVD combo and also a digital code. Digital code I can understand, but DVD and Blu-ray together just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like if you have a Blu-ray player, you're not going to use the DVD. And if you have a DVD player, you're going to pay extra just for the Blu-ray that you have no use for. Unless you buy a Blu-ray player. At that time, the DVD's obsolete. No reason to use it. So I don't know why anyone does that. Last one. This one, the cover's a little beat up. It's not, I actually own this, but I had to grab another one. This is like an original DVD. It was literally 50 cents, believe it or not. Metallica, Cliff 'Em All. As you can see here, it's got some wear. I have another DVD of this, which is actually in a DVD case and not these hard to open cardboard cases, which originally DVDs came out in 1999. This is awesome. A lot of stuff from the tours with Cliff Burton, one of the greatest bass players of all time. In my opinion, the heart and soul of Metallica, who unfortunately passed away back in 1986, almost 36 years ago. Well, it is 36 years ago. I believe it was October he passed. All right, real quick, two more cassettes. This is Guns N' Roses Live Era 87 to 93. Got this used. After looking at it and getting it home, I go, wait, this was a double album. Only one cassette here. So I believe this would be... this would actually be the second CD on here. So yeah, it doesn't say cassette 1 or cassette 2 or anything on there. So when I got home, I was like, wait, this isn't the whole thing. So yeah, so now I'm going to be on the lookout for cassette 1. And last one, a lot of Dokken in this video. Dokken, Back for the Attack. Really cool album. Obviously, it's got Mr. Scary on there, that amazing instrumental from George Lynch. And one of my favorite Dokken songs, Dream Warriors, from the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 movie, which is called The Dream Warriors. Awesome stuff right here. All right, everyone. That is my newest CD purchases, along with DVDs and cassettes. This video is actually a little longer than I thought it was going to be. Everyone, again, thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone's comments, especially the people that love to watch, all my videos to see what I pick up. It's much appreciated. And again, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that button. All right, see you in the next video.